Hello! I am still getting set up, but I thought I would stream now because I didn't want to be late. But here I am. I am starting my computer, so if you're talking at me already, I cannot see it. Also, I'm trying to figure out how to give people little rewards. I see people are chatting with me. Minty! Hello, Minty. Thank you. And I give sub. Can I give sub? Can I not give sub? Aww. Do I really though? That would be weird. Ah. Trying to gift. Really? You're gonna make me pay for it on my own thing? Okay. No. Well, that's weird. I cannot. Well, anyway, here I am. Hi. I need to get the chat up. So, you guys saw the delightful Lolita Catbug cosplay thing? I think over here you can sort of see it. Oops, there it is. He's so cute. I am very excited. Okay, let's get this going. A little slow on the uptake here. Go, 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 go. Hooray! Okay, I think it works now. And also, front the rocks so I can have some music. Just play happy songs. There we go. There. Ah, that's so much better. Okay, we're good. Thank you, Melon. Hello. I had class yesterday, and that was fun. Although I had to try to figure out how to make a fly zipper pattern, which I had never done before. But I saw pictures of a pattern and got basic idea of what it's supposed to look like. So that was interesting. Oh, I don't think I'll need to sew just yet. So I'm going to set this aside. We're cutting out the top for the Catbug Lolita cosplay. Oh, what was that? A new follow? Well, hello! Charmidine? I'm trying. Ooh, keep trying. Here. And then, oh, I got a library card. Over the weekend, we went to the library here, and all of the libraries in the city are connected. Whoops. So I could go to any of the libraries, but I got my library card, and guess what they have there? Ha! They have D&D stuff! So I checked out this book because I didn't want to pay $50 for it. It has a little water damage, but that's okay, because all I want is the information in it. Yes, I am a D&D nerd. So that was really exciting. One of the library branches has the Art and Arcana giant art book that they have for D&D, so that's cool. Okay, we're cutting stuff out today. I guess I can put this aside. I can put these away. Yep, I am cleaning up on stream and it's not exciting. Just gonna stick that in here. eventually I have to cut out, well, draft and cut out the Gretel dress. Oh my gosh, so many people! The Star Dressmaker! My favorite streamer is back! Atashi? Aw, that's so sweet. Hello! And, like, Charmy Dane. Charmy Dane? But it's just Victoria from Discord. Hi, Victoria! Aw, yeah, I wish ours had them. Oh, you don't have the D&D stuff at your library? I was very, very surprised to find it. I just, because we got the library card, I'm like, I wonder if they have D&D. It's like the first thing I thought of, and lo and behold, they had a little section, but it was there, so I went ahead and took advantage of it. Okay. Also, oh my gosh, and I'm still in the middle of, I'm scanning number 14 of the Otome no Sewing books. So that takes a little while. It's not the most exciting thing. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Falling apart. Okay. Scissors. Pattern. We're gonna get this done. We're doing Catbug Lolita. We're so close. Thank you, Victoria. So this is a Baby the Stars Shine Bright Lucky Pack dress. And actually, I think it came with the blouse as well. It also came with a head bow, which I'm not wearing because I don't think it looks good with a ponytail, so I just kind of accommodate myself with a little clippy thing. But this is a super basic dress, so I got an idea of why they are able to sell Lucky Packs the way that they do. It's like their most simple, non-special printed, non-fully lined dresses that they can offer at a discounted price and sell in mass. So you don't exactly know what you're gonna get, but the skirt is lined, but the bodice is not lined. It has no zipper, it's fully shirred on the back, and just has basic non-lined waist ties. So, but it's super comfy. You can just slip it over your head and not worry about anything. It's very, very comfy. So, we're doing a cut sew. I do believe this is a cut sew from, yes, Otome no Sewing number 4 on page 62. So if you have Otome no Sewing number 4, turn to page 62 and you will see the cut sew that I am doing. Now, did I forget to draft? Is this the collar? I think this is the collar. It's like super, super basic. Because the cut sew is made out of like a jersey. So it's a stretch material. And on this one, I'm keeping it really simple. So it's literally just gonna be front and back, sleeves, and the sleeve is just gonna be turned up with a little channel on the bicep so that it's has elastic in it. And then the collar is like a super basic collar. In fact, I think I'm going to get my copy of Otome no Sewing 4 so that I can reference what I'm doing. La 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 la. Yes, it is very comfy. Okay, so, oh, there's some bloomers in here. Should make bloomers. So this one is on page 62. When I say page 62, it's the instruction pages, and that's like part of my nomenclature and numbering system when I do my patterns. Yes, so this cut sew also has a long sleeve portion that attaches to this puff sleeve part, but my client only wants it to be short sleeve since she's going to be wearing it in late spring or early summer next year, which is why I'm taking my time with this thing, because the deadline isn't until next year. But I find myself motivated and wanting to get done. So, what I need to look at, yeah, I guess it is. I suppose it is just a very simple little band collar, basically, that is attached to the neckline. There's supposed to be a zipper. Yeah, there is a zipper. So, neckline. Alright, let me show you the fabric that I have. Ugh. I actually found the other fabric that I originally purchased for the first iteration of this costume. Oh goodness. I have two kinds of fabric because reasons. So the one that I bought for this client that I thought would be appropriate for Catbug is this sweater knit fabric. It's very fine, very springy, very light, so it's like a perfect kind of spring top sort of fabric. Of course, she would probably have to wear a camisole underneath, which shouldn't be an issue, but still, it's very comfy feeling, soft. So there's that. Then I also had purchased before this very springy, I don't know why I have so much of it, but it's more of a t-shirt material. It's just a jersey knit. Now originally this pattern has a zipper in the center back, but because the material I'm using is already stretchy, I'm trying to figure out if I really even need to put in a zipper. Because if it's stretchy, you wouldn't have to, right? I think. So, for Catbug Lolita, which we have here. Let me bring her over. So far, here is the delightful skirt that we have, which is the main star of the ensemble, let's just be honest. And I just realized that this is out of frame. There, is that better? That's kind of better. Okay, so we have here the skirts. This is a darker blue. It's just t-shirt material though. And I have so much of it. You know what this makes me want to do though? Remember you guys saw the latest issue of Atomino Sewing and it has that jersey knit dress in there? So I wonder if I could use this to make that jersey knit dress. It seems super soft for a zipper, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So there's that. This is a lighter color. So let's see, if I put it up against here, you just haphazardly drape this thing over. I mean, I think the color matches better with this one. Otherwise, this is more of a sky blue. Yeah, it doesn't really go together. This is more of a light blue with white interwoven. Let's see. Jersey scares me. I know. I used to think I can sew anything and didn't realize what the problem was when I would sew something that was a stretch knit and it would get all puckered. And I'm like, why is this happening? There are two things you can do. You can sew with a zigzag, or you can sew with a zigzag with an even feed foot, or I think you can just sew with an even feed foot. So 3 things. Also, let's see. If I know a blouse isn't that consider a cut and sew. Wait, I don't think I understand the sentence. If a blouse isn't that consider a cut and sew. Oh, if I knit a blouse, isn't that considered a cut and sew? Well, a cut sew is usually cut, stretch knit, and sewn together, which is why it's called a cut sew. I don't know why a blouse isn't called a cut sew, because technically you also cut and sew it, but Japanese, who knows? They just differentiate between a t-shirty or more like casual top as a cut sew, as opposed to a blouse, which has usually made out of cotton or woven fabric and has an opening on the front. So, is this 2 pieces? I think it is. Yes, I think this is 2 pieces. Cut on the fold. Why didn't I just... But why though? Why did I do that? Yep, that's the neck. So this is supposed to be cut in 2 pieces. Okay. Let's see what we get. Do you make any other kind of dresses or just Lolita? I have made all kinds of dresses. I've made sort of a mod dress that a fellow Twitch streamer was gifted. I gave her a really cute little day dress that I made because I realized that she was rather slim, whereas I am not that slim, and I noticed this dress would fit her perfectly. So I made that for her. I used to make a lot of historical costumes when I was in the SCA and into the Renaissance Fair way back when. So I made medieval clothes and Renaissance clothes. I made costumes for the opera and some for film, historical Western stuff. So usually, like, when it comes to just things that I like to make, I focus on Lolita and that ilk, but I have made lots of other kinds of things. Cosplay too. Cosplay, but this is like Lolita-centric cosplay. But yeah, I have done these things. Oh, Minty! Hi, Lady Kyra! Hello! Historical costumes, but Lolita seems to be easier to make. It is easier to make. It's kind of one of the reasons why I choose to do it, because I get instant gratification. Almost. But yeah, if I really want to challenge myself, sometimes I might delve into that realm. I have just boxes full, like overflowing full of patterns for costumes and all sorts of things. Eventually I want to make a corset. By the way, you want to see my corset supply stuff? Here, I'll show you. This is the real stuff. This is what you use to make corsets. You use spiral steel boning. Don't use that wriggling stuff. This stuff is the good stuff. Spiral steel boning and twill tape. It was actually one of the first things we ended up making as like a test, sort of. When I first got to the Santa Fe Opera as an apprentice for stitching, all the apprentices were in charge of making a corset, a practice rehearsal corset. So we had the sizes, we had everything cut out as far as, they had flat steel boning, not spiral steel boning. Same idea though. And they did this ingenious thing of dipping the ends of the steel boning in Plastidip. So instead of getting those little caps for the ends of your boning, which are expensive, you can cut it and then dip it in Plastidip, and then you'll have an instant cap for your boning. Yes, corsets are another kind of thing because you need a lot of the hardware in order to put it together. The sewing part is easy. It's the hardware that you have to acquire and then put into it. So, this I think I'm gonna go with this guy. Wah! I'm in a Facebook group for corset building too for whenever I decide to take the dive. It always looks incredibly difficult, even just for the channels. I have a lot of plastic boning, and so do I. Oh my gosh, I went crazy one time. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, yep. I don't know. Does anybody need some plastic boning? Because I have an entire box of it. Like, so much of it. So much of it. I thought, I'll just get plastic boning. Although it is useful for like other things, if you wanted to give something like a high-waisted skirt a little more structure, you can put a little piece of plastic boning right in the high waist of the skirt, and that's adequate. You don't need to use steel boning for that, because first it's expensive, and also it's expensive, but it's also super rigid. So this is actually a perfect nice little stabilizer for something like a high-waisted skirt. Oh, so much wriggling. I need plastic boning, I'll take it. Oh my God. Yeah. Buy more, it will be cheaper. I know, I might have a problem. It might have a little problem. So before I get started on this, I need to make sure that I have this not on a fold because I need to cut two of them. La la la. La la la. Let's see. I need this, I think. Oh, no, not that one. Maybe this one? Yeah, this will work. This will be fine. Oh, Cara. Always my cat's usurping my chair. Why though? Alright. Before I get started, I need to make sure that this is a full piece. So, I am going to fold this. Hopefully. Maybe. With some trial and tribulation. Here we go. And let's see here. We need a market channel in the Discord. And that's a good point. I was actually thinking about that because there's a few things that I need to sell. You want to see one of them? So I can show you an item I have for sale if you'd like to see it. Let's see here. Alright, you guys, since we're talking about having a market channel on Discord, here is a beautiful Georgette, fully lined, authentic Emily Temple Cute that I purchased from a friend of mine. I purchased it because she didn't wear it. I think I may have worn it once, but I just don't have the right blouse to wear this thing. I think it would look really nice with a chiffon blouse. It's a baby doll dress. It's an Empire dress. Here it is. So this is authentic Emily Temple Cute. It still has the extra button here. It has adjustable buttonholes for the shoulder straps. Right here. Kind of gotten turned a little bit. Oh my. But I've really never worn this at all. And I think it would be good in another home. I think somebody else needs to have this dress. and they would appreciate it more than me. I mean, I appreciate it. It's a beautiful piece. It has Emily Temple Cute printed all on it. It's a very expensive dress, actually. I think secondhand I paid like $150 for this dress. So I could probably just let this go for $100. It's very, very pretty. It has this very nice little bow here made out of satin. It has a mirrored edge all on this, and here too. It's tiered, fully lined. So yeah. So this is one of the things I need to get rid of. I love it, but I'm not going to wear it. Somebody else needs to wear this dress. It is cute, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, she's going back now. Oh, but yeah, I've been thinking about selling that dress for a little while now. It is sad but true. Let's see. I need this. I need this. Let's get my pins, push pins, so I could make sure this copies properly. That's awesome. I have a lot of handmade lace I need to get rid of. Well, I guess I should consider putting up a marketplace channel on the Discord. Let's see here. Let's get markers. Regular markers, regular doo-doo. Oh, are these markers finally starting to dry out? Or is it just me? It wasn't that long ago that I was a little bit overzealous, and I keep buying markers because I have a problem with stationery in that I'm obsessed with it. Every time I see colorful markers, I'm like, oh, I think I need those, when I don't need those. I just want those. It's a problem. I have lots of problems like this. Oh my. What to do, what to do. Also, all that talk on Discord about food, now I'm hungry. Thanks, guys. Although it might be my fault. I think I did that. I started that. I'm hungry. I have no, like, easy, quick food here. We do have a Long John Silver's nearby. If I want to pay a heartless corporation for my food. Okay, so this is going to be the front, center front. Market channel would be really cool, but I have absolutely no money as a broke student. Oh, I know this feeling. I am sorry. It does get better. I promise. It gets better. Like, even through your 20s, you might find yourself struggling financially. But as soon as you hit 30, for some reason, like, people trust you more and you start earning more money. It's really weird. Oh no. My nose is doing the itchy thing. I'm gonna try not to touch my face too much. It's gonna be hard though. Oh my gosh. So Minty, you don't like morcilla? I know you call it something else. And are the C's pronounced different in Portuguese? Because I know that there is a deceptive little character that's like a C with a little curly Q, and it's actually a sh sound. I'm not sure, I don't think Portuguese has that sound. I think Turkish has that sound. Sorry, I like languages too, so they fascinate me. Alright, that's gonna go in the trash. It's not what I would go for. We would eat it raw. Like before it was grilled, my mom would slice little medallions of it and feed it to me when I was little. I loved that stuff. So, yes! Yes, that's the character, which I unfortunately am ignorant and don't know the name of. Pro tip, if you have lots of paper scraps that you're cutting off of your pattern, don't bunch it all up and throw it away, fold it. It saves room in your trash can. Am I the only one that makes zombie patterns out of scraps of paper? It depends on what you mean by zombie patterns. Like, I use my scraps to create new patterns, like, comme ça. Come on, flatten. Are you a cat or a dog person? I am a cat person, although I love all living creatures. The ones that I choose to be my companions are cats. So, Cara is currently in my chair. She is a patch tabby. And then I have a little black and white tuxedo cat named Kal-El. They are named after Superman and Supergirl. Okay, good enough, I guess. Just glue it all together to make a big paper and make a new pattern. No, I've done that before. Although I used to do that when I didn't have access to large amounts of scrap or paper, of banner paper. So ever since I found a supplier like Staples that sells it for $6.99 for 30 feet of 30-inch wide, 50 feet, 30-inch wide, I just buy a whole bunch of that. So I have done that less now that I don't need to. Also, about cats and dogs. Cats are the best, but so are dogs. I can't decide. Dogs are adorable too. As for, I mean, I'm friends with animals of all different kinds, but as for me taking care of them, I find cats a little easier to take care of because I don't have to walk them. You can still play with them indoors. You don't necessarily have to pick up their poop, you just kind of clean their sand with the poop in it, but you don't have to touch it in any way. So, and they can still do tricks. Okay, so now that the collar is done, I have all the pieces of my pattern here. I can put these away. Oh, and I have my, I'll need these. My cat's name is Darklink from Legend of Zelda. He's also a tuxedo. That's a great name for a cat. Darklink. I love it. Speaking of Legend of Zelda, I don't know if you can hear this, but it's the fairy fountain theme. That's awesome. I think I want to make that dress, that jersey dress that we saw in 14 out of this stuff. I wonder if I have enough of it. Let's see. Let's see how many yards I have. Sort of. Let's see. Approximately 1. 2, 3. 3 yards. Aw, my cat is also Luna. There's Luna's. But he's not very nice and tore up one of my patterns I left out. Aw. I had a cat named Luna once. I had to give her up though, due to circumstances beyond my control. And that's just how that happens. We remind you guys what I was talking about as far as this dress. I want to make this dress out of this stuff because it's jersey. It's jersey, right? It looked like jersey. So what page is this one on? Page 20? So it's right here. It's like this weird peachy color. But yeah, it's supposed to be a stretch jersey knit. And I can make it better than those pictures. Oh my god. That's like a hot mess right there. Because they assume people don't have a serger. So they like zigzag the shit out of this seam and hope for the best. But yeah, it's just a simple, kind of cutesy, flouncy jersey knit dress with lace on it. I have plenty of lace. It happens to be white. Of course, it's always white. I have a dyeing kit, but I haven't dyed my lace in a while. Still, white lace is fine. Make it out of that blue, and we're golden. I think that would be fun. Oh, your cat is just kind of nice. She likes to jump on the patterns and sleep on top of my fabric. Don't all cats, though. If I leave any of my fabric out, most likely there's going to be cat hair on it, so yeah, I keep like, I don't know how many rollers over there, lint rollers, and then the red kind, and then the silicone kind to make sure I get all that stuff off. So silly. I have to shut the door with her out when I'm doing patterns on the floor. It breaks my heart when he meows to get back in. Oh, I know. Do your cats meow when you're in the bathroom? Like they're desperate to check on you while you're in there for whatever reason? I need to know you're not dead. I'm gonna have to finish scanning that later. I need to fold this guy. Mine just follows me into the bathroom when she wants. Mine do too. My cats are weird. So they'll follow me into the bathroom, make sure I'm okay, get some pets while I'm sitting on the toilet, and occasionally what Kal-El likes to do is he will get his pets, look around, and then jump into the bathtub to roll around in it. I don't know why. I guess it's comfortable. Ugh, so much fabric. It's a very nice fabric, this jersey. It's just a basic jersey, very fine. It's a little bit finer than regular t-shirt material. It's more like a kind of one of those high quality t-shirts sort of hands feelings. In any case, here's this right next to that, and then I'm gonna start laying this guy out so that I can start cutting it out. I'm gonna cut this out. I'm gonna cut this out. I'm cutting it out. I think I have enough. Yeah, I should have enough. Alright. I think I need to decide. Yeah, I think it should be vertical stripes. So if it's vertical stripes, I mean, you think vertical stripes, right? Stretchy that way. I mean, it is stretchy this way too, but we want it to be stretchy this way. How else would they get fed? Oh, do your cats starve every night? Do they cry about how much they're in pain and starving? Every night. They've never seen food before? My cats act like they've never seen food before, and it's always a surprise. Alright, come on. So, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing that because of the shifty nature of this knitted fabric, that it would not be smart to cut this on a fold, as most home sewing patterns have you do, because you don't know how much it's shifted on the other side. So in order to get the straightest possible grain, I'm probably going to have to transfer both these patterns onto a full piece. So I have to remake both the back and the front so that I have two full pieces of both sides, and then that way I can better adjust and just cut on one layer. And that's how they do it in factories too. Nobody cuts on a fold in a factory. So let's see. Best way to do this. Oh, here I thought I was done with my scissors, paper scissors. I was not. Let's see. My L square. Okay, here we go. So, in order to get a full piece, I'm going to start with the front one here. Stop it. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay, that's one. So that's going to be one piece. I'll cut two pieces of the same width. The front and the back are both different. And like I said, this white paper that I use is super cheap. Get it at Staples for $6.99 a roll, and it's 50 feet at 30 inches wide. And it's awesome. What, Belle? Why? Why are you falling? Alright, now that that's all cut out, I need to iron it so that it's flat. Put it backwards. See if we can do both layers at a time. Alright. Perfect. What's this? My cat starts mewing, and if you don't move, then he pops you. Mine cries to get into the room just to sleep on my bed. Mine doesn't because she has her food available all the time. Oh, I don't refeed my cats. That's one thing I learned. Is your cat overweight, or does she regulate herself okay? Because free feeding is not recommended, but to each their own. Let's see. Make sure that I have enough room here on both sides if I do this. Yeah. Alright. She never gains weight. That's good. That's really good. A lot of the time, cats, just like dogs, don't know when to stop eating. And I guess especially if they've been astray, or if they have nervous eating habits and things like that. So you want to give them like a regulated food time. We're gonna do this. Oh yeah, that's perfect right there. Oh, my nose, why now? Oh, is it a bad thing that she doesn't gain weight? Is she always very skinny? Is she like a little runty? Little runty cat? Oh yeah, I think so. So she's tiny just because of the nature of her being born a runt. I think runt cats are adorable when they're so small. They're like full grown, but they're tiny. Okay, I think we're good here. Do that on the other side. But the vet never said anything. I think she's a small cat. I've seen big cats and mine is just small. Aw. Small cats are small. They are cute. This one here. Just transfer those notches over. Alright, make sure that's notched. That's notched. Make sure that's notched. And this is going to be our OTS. This is 4-62. Yeah. 4-62. Cut sew. In a large size, cut 1. Alright, there's the front. Oh, by the way, front. Okay. Hooray! There's one. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Make a little L here. We'll do the back now. I think the back side has, yeah, it's just straight on the bottom. The only curvature for the hip is going to be on the hip on the front. my dog is the run of the litter, but now he's almost as tall as me. Oh my god, who knew he'd get to be very tall. He's an golden mix. ALB. Oh, lab golden mix. Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were housing a giant frog. Well, it's a good thing it's not a giant frog, though I have no problem with frogs. Also, toads make the funniest squeaking sounds. Have you ever heard of a toad that's just upset? It's going squeak, squeak, squeak. Like, you can't even like be scared of that because it's just so cute. Think that's done. Now I need to do the other side, then we can cut these out and get on with it. So I made sure to mark my notches right here so that I have everything lined up when I'm actually putting this together. Giant frogs. But actually lab. It's a dog, not a frog. Well, that was easy. Okay, this is the back of OTS 4-62 in a large size cutso. Large size cut one. No. Ta-da! Okay, so hopefully that's the end of the pinning process and transferring and stuff. Cut this out now. Yeah, so almost the only difference between the back and the front of this cutso is the neckline on the back is smaller and there's no curve on the hip. This has a curve on the front, and then the neckline is of course deeper. So that's it. They're super simple. And these already have the seam allowance on it, so all I had to do was just make a mirror image. And then I still have to make the detachable collar and probably put together a few embellishments for the entire outfit. Because it's all well and good just to have the basic blocks there, but really what makes it special is the little additional stuffs you can add to it. So I'm probably going to add a little bit of red ribbon to tie around the collar when we get to that point. Maybe some bows, construct some bows. I have this, I know I have some black like sheer ribbon that we can make little bows on the overskirt. It'll be great. It'll be great. Is everybody else working on stuff while you have my stream on? Because that'd be cool. That's cool, that's cool. No, you are not. Well, that's okay too. I'm just glad you could be here. Oh, did I mention what I decided our class project is going to be when we get to making a full garment? We're going to be making the blouse that I drafted not too long ago. And each of the students is going to have one to work on. We're going to cut 4 pieces, or 4 plies of fabric, so that they each have all the pieces for themselves and they can each make a blouse. So we'll make 4 blouses. Back. Let's see. I'm adding to my first Lolita dress. Oh, nice. I'm trying to, but I realize that I don't know much about upsizing a pattern. Ah! I did add a link to a very helpful video on how to grade a pattern up on the Discord. I think her name is Deanne DZL. And it's how to grade a pattern. It requires transferring your pattern without the seam allowance to a piece of cardstock. So if you have manila, for instance, you would transfer this and remove the seam allowance from it, and then you could grade it up that way. By shifting, it's the shifting method. Or you could slash and spread. Yeah, I think the blouse in the class is going to be very cool. The students sure are excited about it. And you know, I kind of wanted to start with something that it's not necessarily hard, but a lot of people think it's hard. And I kind of want to lift the veil on how to make a blouse. It's not that difficult, I promise. Here, let's just follow these steps. So like right off the bat, as soon as everybody's done with their sample notebooks that we're working on, let's just make a blouse. Sleeves are not scary. You can do it. Yeah, do check that out. She's got a really helpful channel all about pattern grading and other fashion design stuff. Alright. Okay, this time we have the proper blocks to cut out something that's stretchy and knit. Ah. I'm going to fold these back up because I do not need them. I do need the sleeve pattern, and I put this away. I don't know how much longer I can go without food. Oh, but we'll see. Okay. So, pretty sure I only need a little bit of this. If I were to do oh boy. So I need about this much. I'm just going to cut off a line here. Okay, looks relatively straight. Now, I can sort of see if it'll look straight on the grain here. Now with this, I don't want to damage the fabric itself. So what I might end up doing is using weights. Let's see about using some weights. I guess I can do this. I'm trying to keep it sort of away from the edges because I'll still need to lift a little bit. So we'll see how well this works. Okay, here we go. This is the back we're cutting out. Now it is stretchy, so I'm not too worried about exact measurement. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, do I have a favorite Lolita style? Yes, I quite love classic style. It might have something to do with my age, because I feel like I might be a little too old for sweet style. Though, you know, wearing an overt amount of pink and sweets and things like that and teddy bears I don't think ever really interested me, though I do love pink. And in certain quantities. I also like gothic style, although I don't really dress too much in it. I do have a favorite gothic dress though that I have, and it's the vampire. Oh gosh, it's an Alice and the Pirates vampire something, and I have it in navy, and I love that dress. So it's not like totally black, because it's not Cluedo, it's just a little gothic, that's all. But I do like that style a lot. So basically, if I can get away with wearing it throughout the day, and people are still going to look at me, but not too weird, then I like it. Classic is really easy to get away with. Alright, here's this. I'm going to notch here, and here, and here. And I gotta go around the other way. This notch right here. Yeah. Alrighty. That is the back of the cutso. Perfect. So actually the right side of the fabric is this. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be very nice. I love all of them! I love the look of old school Lolita. I really wish there was a Lolita community where I live, but I can't find one. Oh, that's too bad. Where do you live? North Carolina. Sorry, I don't know why I said it that way. It's like for some reason it begs to be said with a twang. North Carolina, cool. But you can't find a com there? Really? I swear there's got to be a com in North Carolina. There has to be. If you look in Facebook, have you tried searching for EGL? Because now Lolita as a word is being censored by a lot of establishments, which is stupid, but you know how the West has this different idea of what Lolita is, not the Japanese fashion that has nothing to do with sex. Whatever. Who cares what we think? I may have to look deeper, but I would be surprised if there was one. I don't think I would be surprised to find one there. We're literally all over. I didn't think, well, New Mexico had people who were interested in Lolita, but I had to start the group for EGL and Lolita here in Albuquerque because nobody else did. So we were like one of the last vestiges of non-Lolita groups in a state sort of thing. But that's changed. Like, New Mexico is not a big place, and we have one, so there's gotta be. I'm not convinced there isn't one in North Carolina. North Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, North Carolina. I mean, they have them in West Virginia. Raleigh, yeah. In North Carolina. So, all you have to do is seek them, build it, and they will come. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. In my case, it was build it and they will come, and they did. So we have, like, I think 150 members now in our Lolita group here in New Mexico, though admittedly it's not as active as I would like it to be. Also, I haven't really participated in it very much, though I am haphazardly planning a winter tea party to be hosted here in our little clubhouse that we have in our delightful apartment complex. It's a really lovely clubhouse, and we could rent it for $100. Okay, I have to go on the other side again. So that's done. Cut this here. Alright, almost done. Back. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Stay there. Stay there. Can I though? Notch these. All right. This. Awesome. We did it. All right, so that's for the front and back. You can fold these up now. Front is obviously the front. Thank goodness. Alright, there's that. So now we have the front part. It's temporarily hanging it over here. Oh, hi, Cara. Hi. Now, do we or don't we? Oh my god. I actually have enough for sleeves with just that amount that I cut off. Oh my god. That's lucky. Okay, this time I think we can get away with folding. Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh, look at all these razors. Some of those are probably dull. I don't even know why I'm keeping them, honestly, but there they are. No, this is not smart. I just put away my weights. I'm not gonna pin this. So what we're gonna do is use weights again. Yeah, okay. Okay, and then I have to notch the center right here. Make sure I have that correctly placed when I'm assembling the cutso. Perfect! Welcome to everybody. If I didn't say hello to you, I think I briefly saw that there were 6 viewers, but it's fine. Hello anyway. Hi, remember me? I'm sewing. Hi, sewing. I'm Carol. So, okay. Here now I have a bit of a quandary in that I'm thinking maybe I want to stabilize this edge a little bit with my shear knit interfacing. So it's a knit interfacing. It's not your typical interfacing that's non-woven. But do I really need that? I don't think I do. I think this should be just a really simple, like, put it together, overlock the insides, and yeah, just go for it. Oh, the collar. God damn it. Collar. Do I actually have enough for a collar? Oh my god. That would be hilarious. Oh my god. Do I actually have enough for a collar? Oh my god, I do. And it's all going the same way. I am that good. What can I say? I'm also very, very modest. The collar, on the other hand, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should put the sheer knit on there. Ugh, decisions. Oof. Yeah. Trying not to push this pattern. Just follow a straight line. Also, my hand is getting tired from using that scissor. Aw. Alright. So, we have a collar. We're going to put this together this way. So it's just going to be a loop. Should be stretchy enough to put your head through. So, curious do have this. And this is a stretch knit stabilizer that's fusible. So I am half considering maybe putting some of this in there, but typically most mass-produced things that are sheer knit like this, or just a knit top, don't really have any stabilizer in them. So I don't really see actually needing to. Well, in any case, I have now the sleeves, the collar. This is the collar. This can be folded. Put this over here. I have the front. And the back. For all intents and purposes, this should not take me very long to put together. So, to decide which way is the right way. Which way should be the right way? There's this where the stripes are prominent, or there's this where they are more relieved. I think I like it like this. I think I like it like this. So first things first would be to put together the main bodice. Let's make sure that this is going to fit properly in the seam. It looks like it will. If I don't stretch it or do anything crazy, it should fit just right in there. The notches match up. Everything is good to go. Let's just gently layer it on. Yeah, it looks like it matches. Great. I think this is going to be pretty easy to put together. That being said, I did realize that a few people have left, and that's okay. I desperately need to eat something, but let's see, it is only 2:07, so I'm going to be back after a little while. I'm going to turn off the stream so that way people can get the notification of when I'm back online, and we'll see you in about an hour. Okay. Bye, Minty. Just for now.